USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and Auto Camp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
I even asked if he was plucking because he was very young and he didn't have feathers that young birds have, and Todd told me no.
This is the plaintiff, Lori Fierst. She says she's owned a bird store for the past 33 years, and her good customers, the defendants, ended up stealing a bird from her. That's right, she let them take it home and nurse it back to health, and now they refuse to pay for the thing. If you ask her, the defendants are acting like real bird brains, because there's no way she's going to allow them to steal a bird worth $1,281.19, so she's suing. These are the defendants, Michael Ferrari and Megan Campbell. Megan says, oh my gosh, the plaintiff gave them the bird. In fact, she begged them to take it out of her store because the thing was so nervous it plucked all of its feathers off. They have no idea what's gotten into the plaintiff or why she's filed this lawsuit. And if you ask them, she's the one who's a bird brain. They're accused of a bird burglary.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order.
Okay, then.
Litigants have been sworn.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Parrots and Company and Lori, how do I pronounce your?
Fierst.
Fierst. You are suing Michael Ferrari and Megan Campbell for $1,281.19 that you say you are out as a result of them keeping a bird that, according to you, you had sent to them to be fostered.
Correct.
All right, what's going on?
I own Parrots and Company, a bird store, for 33 years. And
where is it located?
It's located in Stamford, Connecticut. And my manager, Todd Nelson, who's with me, has been with me. He started at 15, and he's going to be 44. So.
Oh my gosh! You've never wanted to do anything else?
We have thousands of birds and thousands of customers.
So what happens here?
Okay.
How do you know the defendants?
So they were regular customers who came to the store, and they purchased, at this point, 3 birds from me. Now I work Saturday. We're open 7 days, so I work Saturday, and my manager, Todd Nelson, works Sundays. And,
so actually, you're going to tell me something that happened and not on your watch. So Todd,
correct.
maybe you should tell me.
That's why.
What is it that happens on Sundays?
What happens on Sundays, they come in regularly. They used to come in regularly. And come in and hang out and play with the birds. We used it really when the customers would come in to socialize everybody. That was the main thing.
Okay.
We had this one particular bird, I'll get right to the case. This one particular bird that we had that became a feather chewer. Which,
that would be this bird.
That would be that
What's
bird.
the name of the bird?
Ali.
Okay.
D-A-H-L-I.
Can I deep?
No,
One second,
no.
ma'am, please.
They would come in, and this little guy became a feather chewer. And it's something that can happen. It is a habit that they can form, like a child biting the fingernails. This bird was in my nursery room with his plucked feathers. And it got to a point where a couple times he would just stand in front of the cage and cry. And I understood that. I mean, I understand that she was emotionally with the bird and connected. She loves birds. I'm not going to say she doesn't. But she would stand there and tear up because the bird was chewing his feathers. And we tried to figure out exactly why. We had the bird checked out medically, so the bird was absolutely healthy as far as no disease, nothing like that. It was a psychological issue. And with that happening, she would stand there, and I would get upset because she was upset. So I actually offered to foster the bird. I said that you can take it home, get the bird into the best shape it could be, because sometimes the change environment really, really helps.
Did you have anything in writing with her?
No.
Okay, did you have a term limit?
No, what I did, there's not like I can say the feathers are going to come back in 4 months, because it's a psychological thing, and they might never, or they come back. So I let them take the bird home. I believe it was in April.
Okay. And then when did you first say, well, it's time, give us the bird back?
The bird got to the point in late November.
My question was, when
late
did
November.
you... Late November.
Right.
Why 7 months and not 5 months and not 4 months and not 6 months? Like, what was it that propelled you to ask for the bird back?
The progression of the bird.
Okay. But they have been saying the bird's fine for a while, right?
Well, they were. The bird was fine, but feathers weren't in. So one day when I asked how the bird was doing, they said the bird was doing well. It only was missing like 1 or 2 tail feathers, but it was on the mend. So I had a long discussion with her that Sunday afternoon about how I know how tough it is when you're a foster parent, but there is time. I actually had another bird I wanted to foster with them. And I actually said to them that you will be my foster parents.
The theory being that you don't pay them, you get that service, and they get the fun of,
correct,
of the bird.
I would pay for what I would pay for. I would give them food. I offered to give them food for the bird.
Did you ever give them food during that 7-month stint?
In that 7-month stint, no.
Did you ever pay for anything during that 7-month stint? Okay. Let me hear from you.
I first noticed him when he was still out on the floor. They have a floor where people come in and the birds are on stands and you can actually approach them. And I even asked if he was plucking because he was very young and he didn't have feathers that young birds have, and Todd told me no. So as time progressed, he went into a cage on the floor too, and he got worse. He had, I call these elbows, up here where his wings are. His elbows were very bloody, his tail was bloody, other parts. And Dolly, he looked like your Sunday dinner, so to speak.
What's my Sunday dinner look like? What did you mean by that phrase? I've never heard it. What does it mean?
A chicken, before you cut it up and fry it or cut it up and bake it, or when you fully bake it, they're stripped. And Dolly was very much like that. And I did. It was the first time, but I broke down and cried. I cried mainly because Todd said to me, I can't sell this bird. I can't use him as a breeder because we don't know what the plucking is about. I'm sick of this bird. He's a bloody mess. Accurate, but painful to hear, especially this frightened little bird. His eyes, like as they are now, they were totally black, wide open. He was on the side of the cage, not on a
And
perch.
therefore what? What was the discussion you had with Todd?
I had no discussion.
How did you come to take the bird from the place?
I had no discussion. He said to me, take the bird. On this particular Sunday, he said, he's yours, and I will find an old cage that we don't use anymore, take him home. I went to Michael in tears, almost on hands and knees, begging him because I knew what he was saying, you know, we don't have room, we don't have room. And he agreed. We came back.
Michael, did you have I'm sorry, Mr. Ferrari, did you have any discussion with Todd, or was she the one who was having all the discussions?
No, she's the one that had all the discussions.
When you guys would visit after the bird goes to your house, when you guys would visit, what would Todd say?
Would tell him about the bird, would tell him how he was progressing, if he was progressing. Took a long time for the feathers to start coming in. He plucked, I don't know, 2 or 3 or 4 months still after we brought him home.
Did you ever take the bird to the vet?
Yes.
Okay, when?
We got him late March, early April. They had recommended that we used to use another vet, and they recommended Dr. John Pashota at Rye Harrison. So in early April, we made an appointment and took Dolly in to be checked out.
Now, you nurture the bird. Months pass. When is the first time that Todd asks you for the bird back?
The beginning of December.
And how does he ask for it back?
He just walked up to me and said, bring the bird in. And
That's it? No other conversation?
No, bring the bird in. I have to tell you, there were nights in the beginning that I made a stand by my bed because he was...
Okay, folks, let me just explain something to you. I love my pet. My pet is property. Your pet is pets are property. They're property. Okay, I mean, it's not a matter of where is the better home for the bird.
I know they're property.
Who is a better parent to the bird? Here, I got one issue in front of me, and at the risk of sounding like an ice cold judge, it's Was it a gift, or were you supposed to be fostering?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it harder to care for a bird or a dog?
I think a dog.
Why?
Well, I don't know, they're more, I don't know.
Okay, well, dog. What do you think?
I think a dog because you have to have more responsibility than a bird. I mean, a bird, you can just have them in a cage.
You buying that?
Yeah, the dog needs to be let out and cared for, whereas the bird...
Bird can just crap all over the house.
Well, you put paper underneath.
There you go, going inside the courtroom.
Right.
Either you told them from the beginning, foster this bird, I'm going to take it back once the bird's doing better. Or you didn't tell them that. Those are the only two possibilities. There's no in between.
Right. I did tell them that.
Because if you didn't say foster, if you didn't use the term foster, if you didn't say I'm loaning it, if you didn't say anything, and you just said take it, let's see how the bird does, that's a gift.
Right.
Okay, because that's just too vague for words.
Right.
You know, then that's like, well, there's no strings attached. You have to have attached a string at the time of the transfer. So that's kind of what I'm looking for here.
I did tell them that it was going to be fostered if they'd wanted to foster the bird.
Okay.
That was
now,
my
other than
whole-
everybody reiterating their position, how about something? Is there any paperwork, anything? She seems to think that there is because she's looking at you.
She wanted me to introduce Ted, who...
Okay. Come on, Ted. Switch with him. Ted, what's your last name?
Labotier.
Labotier. Mr. Labotier, talk to me.
I went to get my driver's license renewed, and when I walked in, I noticed
I'm sorry, go ahead.
the gentleman to the left. I recognized him from the Parrot store because I'm down there every Sunday.
Okay.
And I got into a conversation with him about birds because I have 3 of my own, and we started to. I asked him about the parrot. I said, "How you doing with the parrot that you fostered?" He said, "All the feathers are in except the wings." So I said, "Well, you've had them a long time." He says, "Yeah, well, as soon as the wings, feathers grow back, we're going to bring them back." I said, "Well, then I'll get to see you down at the store." But I never saw him again.
What is your relationship with these folks?
I'm a customer.
What say you to that, Mr. Ferrari?
He may have been in there, but that conversation never happened.
What motivation does he have to say that?
I have no idea. Todd gave us the bird. Why would I offer to take this bird back?
Did you ever board their birds?
Yes.
Did you board this bird?
Yes.
Come, I need you to switch places.
They did bring their birds in when they were going away, I think for a weekend or something. And they brought the birds in for boarding, the 3 of them. And even with their boarding slip, they were only charged for the 2 birds, which were theirs, not the one they're fostering.
Is that accurate?
No.
Were you charged for the 3 birds?
Todd, what happened is that we brought him in when Lori happened to be there, and she wrote the ticket up to board the birds. She charged for him. Todd and I had an agreement that we were going away soon after we got the bird, and that he wouldn't charge us because, you know, we had just taken him. And so when we came back, he took Lori's charge off.
But I don't understand. Okay, here's the thing, though. Like, if it's your bird, if they give you the bird, what, they have to support the bird for you too? I mean, you should be paying for the bird's expenses, which includes boarding. So the fact that they don't charge you would seem to be evidence of the fact that you're fostering, as opposed to that you own it.
They did charge us. Todd just decided to take it off, and the reason is because
is the reason because you're fostering the bird? Because that's what it looks like. The best case scenario I can see for you here is that it was ambiguous, if it was ambiguous. The thing that really concerns me is that gentleman over there. It really concerns me. It concerns me. I'm not going to make you give the bird back, but I'm going to make you pay for it. Put your hand down. Nope, everybody stop. We're done. I am going to make you pay for the bird. I am finding in favor of the plaintiffs in the amount of the $1,000 and the $150 for the bird cage. The rest of it, you don't get pain and suffering in a case like this. That is my judgment. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Well, here comes the defendant. You may kiss the bird.
You want to give me a kiss?
Oh, did it try to bite you there?
No.
What was it doing?
Birds have very sharp beaks, and when they kiss you on the mouth, they can catch the soft part.
Yeah.
If I've taught him to kiss me on the nose, and that way he doesn't catch it.
It's like a can opener. If he bit you, it would be like a can opener.
Yeah.
Wonderful. That's really great. It's growling.
Is it growling now?
Yeah, it's growling.
Are you
I
growling?
don't know what it's doing, but I think you should take it over.
You. Yeah.
It's afraid of me? All right, head right that way. Just
okay.
take it over there, Officer McIntyre.
Right that way.
Okay, come on in. So come on in here. You don't get the bird back. She gets to keep the bird, but you did win your case.
Right, but it taught me a lesson. You never judge a book by its cover. They looked respectable, and I was too nurturing and too trusting.
Well,
and we're a very nurturing store.
They are taking good care of the bird, right?
There was no question. It was a question of responsibility and trusting people and expecting them.
You're not going to change the way you run the store, are you?
I can't. We love our birds, we love our animals, and we love our customers.
All right, Harvey.
As for ordering the return of this bird, most small claims court judges around the country don't have the power to order the return of a specific item. All they can really do is money judgments. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Are your business expenses playing hide and seek? With Uber for Business, the small spends that slip through the cracks, like rides and meals, go right where you need them. Because it integrates with leading expense platforms, you can say goodbye to surprise costs, missing dollars, or chasing receipts. Everything's track downable. Uber for Business. Make small steps that make a big impact. Learn more at uber.com/small steps.
This is the plaintiff, Canty Moshi. He says he was driving his taxi during the night shift, and the defendants didn't obey a traffic sign and crashed into him. When he pulled over to inspect the damage, the defendants rushed him like they were going to beat him up. He thinks the driver was drunk. The cops gave him a ticket, and he's suing them here today for the $1,445 he's owed. These are the defendants, Victor and Michelle. Victor says the accident was all the plaintiff's fault because he saw him entering the highway, sped up to get in front of him, and then darted into his lane, clipping the front of their car. Even the insurance company denied his claim because they deemed the accident to be his fault. Owe him for something he caused? No way. They're accused of failing to yield.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff says someone crashed into his taxi and he thinks the guy was drunk. The defendant says plaintiff was driving like a stereotypical reckless cabbie. It's the case of crash cab.
Canty Moshi, you are suing Victor and Michelle. You've asked us not to mention your last names for $1,445 in car repairs that you say they owe you for crashing into your taxi. Tell me what happened.
I had just been dispatched to go pick up a passenger towards North Avenue. So I was traveling towards, if you want.
Come on up here and show me. Pick a car to be. Go ahead. We actually have a taxi? Look at you. You are so crafty.
Just for you, sir.
Look at that.
All right. Basically, I was traveling towards this side of the road, and this is a major road, and then this is another major road. But when you reach over here, there's a yield sign into this major road right here. So when I came over here, this guy was already.
Take one of the other cars and make that him. Any other car? Okay.
Okay. So this guy was over here. When I was over here, he didn't yield at the time because his car was going wobbling down with the speed, and I was already ahead, and he tapped me over here.
Is that how the accident happened? The front right fender of his and the back driver's side?
Just like that.
And the accident happened right there at the intersection?
Right there at the intersection because he didn't yield at the sign. So he just came and he got me over that side because I was already ahead.
Okay.
And I said, okay, well, I pulled over on the other side.
Okay.
He came over towards me like he wanted to fight me. And at that time, so I said, okay, well, we just all call the police.
Call the police. The police came out.
The police came out.
Did the police give anyone a ticket?
From the police report, it shows like the ticket number. Somebody got a ticket, but I didn't get a ticket.
It wasn't you?
No.
Okay. Was there anybody else involved in the accident? No. Okay, go ahead and go over there. Okay. Who was driving? Were you in the car?
Yes.
Okay, what happened? Come on up, please. I know you have stuff you want to show me. Just go ahead and show me here first.
Okay, so is this supposed to be the actual diagram of the place? Because it's not like this.
No, we gave you the diagram of a different case. Yes, okay. It's supposed to be. Why? It doesn't look like it?
No, it's not like this.
Okay, how is it?
This isn't the first of all, okay, it's only, in the way I'm coming, direction only goes this way.
Right.
This is a place called Don Coquis. So when I'm coming, he's coming this way. There's a yield sign here. I'm coming this way.
Who has a yield?
The yield is on this side. The yield is on this side.
The yield is on the road as opposed to the person coming onto the road? Don't be ridiculous.
They're both exit entrances to the highway. There's two entrances to the highway.
Does anybody have a picture of the intersection?
I do.
Let me see it.
All right, I'm gonna be coming right back.
Well, how about a picture of the yield signs?
I
mean, this is the main drag. When you say it's an entrance to the highway, it's the main drag, and you're going onto the main drag.
Right.
Why would there be a yield sign for him? According to you, there's no yield sign for you, right?
There is no yield sign for me. That's picture I'll show you.
Right. So do you have a picture of the yield sign for him? That's what I was.
No, that was to do my insurance.
Okay. Go away from that. I need Google Earth. Okay? I'm gonna need Google Earth.
All rise.
Let's get Google Earth up because I can't.
Okay.
Welcome back to the People's Court. So are cabbies better or worse drivers than the average driver?
I mean, my family from Lebanese, America here. No outside Lebanese, me Sudan here, America. From Libya, my sister's coming is dark, Shabbat. A little bit, maybe.
Okay, I get it. I think he's confusing this for This Is Your Life, going inside the courtroom.
Yes, have a seat.
Okay, then. First, come up. All right. Where were you?
I was coming from this underpart, which is...
Don't just point, go like that, or give me the whole so I can figure out where you're coming from and where you're going to.
All right, I'm going this way.
Okay. And when he merges, he comes from where?
He's coming from this street right here, and this is where the yield sign there.
All right, so your car's coming by here, and his car's coming here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now go ahead and go back. Come on over here. Is it accurate that his car's coming by here and your car's coming by here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then according to you, I know what happens according to him. What happens according to you?
Okay, so he's driving in this direction. I'm driving in this direction. When I hit right here, yes, there are two yield signs there.
Right.
When I hit right here, I had slowed down. I wanted to come here, but
come where?
I needed to get over here.
Oh, because you're going to El Coquito or whatever that place you noted that was on that other side?
No, I was going back home. I needed to take the I-95.
Okay, first you need to get on the road, and then you need to get in the next lane.
Right. So,
but you're going here, and I need to get over here. And so what happens?
I never made it out of here. He hit me while I was still in here because he was trying to go into this lane. I'm coming out. He hit me.
So are you trying to get into the right lane? He's trying to get in the left lane, and the both of you just collide? I mean, you're both trying to get into the other lane?
He sped up and tried to cut off, and I didn't hit him in the back of his car. I hit him in the front of his car.
Do you have pictures of the damage?
Where we hit was in front of the car, not in the back.
Go ahead and go back. Did you get a ticket?
Yes, I did.
For this?
Yes, I did.
Okay, for what, reckless?
No.
For what?
No, I had a restricted license.
What was your license restricted for?
For non-payment of support.
And so you're only supposed to be driving to and from work?
Right, to and from work, appointments.
So, did you get a ticket for the accident, though?
No, ma'am.
And you think he got a ticket for the accident?
No, I just say from the police report, it shows that he got a ticket. I didn't know what it was for. Okay. And just to correct that, he didn't hit me in the front. He hit me at the far left-hand corner side. When you scroll on those pictures, you're gonna see the damages of his car from the far right-hand corner.
His car?
Yes, ma'am.
What car am I looking at right here?
That's the cab. That's my car. And when you keep scrolling...
What color is your cab?
It's kind of silver goldish.
And this is the back of your car?
That's the back of where he tapped me, at the back of the car.
Yeah, you didn't hit him in the front. You hit him in the damages in the back.
And when you keep looking, you're gonna see his car.
What's this? His car?
That's his car, right far hand side, right on the front of the passenger side, the far hand corner side.
Yeah. Would you like to see these pictures? It's the back of the car.
But I didn't hit him in the. I have the same pictures here. I didn't hit him in the back of his car. I didn't hit you
but the back of the car is where the damage is. There's no damage to the front. Do you have pictures of the front? Show me the pictures. Prove what you're saying.
This was his front. All that happened to him, that his light went out. That was all that happened to his vehicle.
Hold on 1 second. That's his front?
Yes, this is his front.
Go ahead,
this is
let me
his
see
front.
it.
This is his driver front, which hit my passenger front.
Okay, let me see your pictures. What color's your car?
Black.
So what are you saying? You think he has damage from some other accident that he's trying to pin on you?
It was his second accident that week, according to the police officers.
Is that in the report?
No, they actually in the police report. There really is no.
Did you have another accident that week?
That week I was at the gas station pumping gas, and the lady who hit me, she just backed she backed on my front bumper. It wasn't in the back, ma'am.
You just said in your back bumper. It wasn't in the back?
No, it was on the side is what he means. I knew what he meant. I don't know what this is a picture of. Tell me what this is.
That's just the right, the passenger side fender. All it was just paint.
Wait, just slow down. The passenger side front right. Is that correct?
Right. That was the point of impact there, and
yeah, but he's saying that's not the point of impact.
But it was. We hit our fronts met. Our fronts met. I threw my car to the left. That was it.
He claims that he hit. We made touch from the front. When you look at those pictures, Kennedy, from the phone, his car has my paint left on his car. But if we did touch from the front, you could have still seen his black paint, which was left in my car. But his black paint was left on the rear tail light of my car. Do
you have a picture of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, it's black paint there. There's black paint on the back, damage. All right, I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $1,145. I don't know why you're saying $300 lost wages while your car is being repaired?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so you can't use it as a cab. So your theory is I can't use it as a cab for 2 days, so I want my wages that I would have made if I had my cab.
Yes, ma'am.
Works for me. $1,445. Verdict for the plaintiff. That's my judgment.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, so step on in here. What about how this verdict comes in? Step up a little bit, right up. Yeah.
This is a joke. This is a joke.
Why is that?
Because she didn't really even listen to what I had to say. She didn't.
You were in there a long time. You had a chance for all your testimony.
She took longer than I did.
I think she heard everything you had to say.
Nah, this dude is a liar.
How bad did it get at the scene there?
Well, I was upset. I mean, he has a BS car. I have a $35,000 car. Come on, man. This is a joke. This is a joke.
All right. Okay. All right. Just right down there. All right. So come on in here and. You made out okay. You even got that last 300 at the end there in your verdict in your way. So, is this a joke you think too?
I think the judge did the right thing. I mean,
it's interesting you would say that. You're the winner. He's the loser. He's not too happy.
From the beginning, he wasn't happy. Even when the police approached him.
How bad did it get at the scene?
I would say it was more than a vampire, like a lion. He wanted to crawl on me.
Vampire. Harvey?
Okay, generally you cannot get lost profits just because your car is in the shop because there are other ways of getting to and from. But with a taxi driver, that's his whole business, and that's why a taxi driver can get lost profits. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
With a major selection of the looks your kiddos love, starting at just $4 in the Walmart app, a new school year means a stylish new them. Who knew? Find skater skirts and Crocs that say, I'm casual but cool. Sparkly sneakers that say, it's my classroom, you're just learning in it. And preppy polos that say, I'm the teacher's pet, even if they're mommy's menace at home. Find their favorite styles starting at just $4 in the app. The Walmart you thought you knew is now new.
This is the plaintiff, Ronette Merriweather. She says she complained to the defendant, her landlord, about some repairs that needed to be made to her apartment, and the guy didn't fix anything. All he did was file eviction proceedings against her. If that weren't bad enough, then he entered her apartment and threw all her belongings into a dumpster on the street. He can't be allowed to get away with that, so she's suing him here and now for the $3,250 she's owed. This is the defendant, Devanshu Kansara. He says the plaintiff gave him story after story why she was having trouble paying the rent. So he did what any landlord who's not getting paid would do. He started eviction proceedings. The woman decided to abandon the place before being evicted. He cleaned up the garbage she left behind, and now the woman's suing him? Ha! Good luck. He's accused of cleaning a woman out.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says her landlord wouldn't fix a bunch of stuff and then tried to evict her. But the defendant says she's a deadbeat tenant. It's the case of curb kicked.
Okay, Ronette Merriweather?
Yes, ma'am.
You are suing your former landlord, Devanshu Kansara?
Yes.
For $3,250. You are suing for 3 times the rent and pain and suffering. On account of what?
I rented a property from the defendant in July of 2012. He knew about repairs that needed to be done in the house.
What were the repairs?
The AC.
What was wrong with the AC?
Air conditioning unit. It was leaking. It smelled toxic. It was coming on, then it wasn't coming on. Some issues with it.
Okay, so go on. What else was the issue?
At the bottom of the front door, it had been chipped away like termites. Had been eaten away.
And therefore what?
Therefore, it let insects in and out of the house.
So what was supposed to be done there?
It was supposed to have been fixed, repaired in some type of way.
Is any of that in your lease?
No, ma'am. There was a verbal repairs that needed to be done prior to him leaving.
Do you have the lease?
The original lease was destroyed when he put my property out on
Do you have the lease?
11th.
May I see it? All right, so go on. So you move in, and this is when?
July 2012.
Okay, and he was going out of the country, correct?
He was going out of the country.
And you knew he was going out of the country. All right, and did you pay any rent?
Yes.
Okay, how much rent did you pay and when?
I first paid the deposit that he wished on before he went. Before he left.
You had to pay the deposit to get in.
Yes.
And then what else did you pay?
And I paid $320 of August, and that's when I reported him about the repairs that needed to be fixed.
In August, you paid half the rent, and then that's the last time you paid rent? So you didn't pay rent, and he's out of the country. And then it isn't until he comes back that he's able to ask you, hey, what the heck? And when he comes back, you come back what month?
December.
December. And you would realize that she wasn't paying since August? She never even finished paying August. And you were where?
We were in Moldova, in Europe.
Okay. Busy.
Thank you. Yeah,
How old is that baby?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that is. I could smell fresh bun. You know. God bless. All right. So when you come back in December, what do you do?
Do you mind if I try to give a background? According to the terms of the lease, all repairs up to $1,000, including the AC, are her responsibility. She has signed that lease, and it's there in the lease.
Did you see that?
That is not the original lease. The original lease, it was only in my possession. It got destroyed when he removed my items.
So he comes back in January, and according to, let me
He comes back
see your
in
statement.
December.
He comes back in January and does what?
He comes back in December. And when he came back in December, I paid him up a couple months that I had not been paying him. These are receipts in his signature.
Okay, let me see those.
For the prior months, because he kept telling me that he would send someone, so that's why I didn't make an
Let me see
effort
the
to fix it
These
myself.
are receipts for
December when he got back.
Did you accept monies from her in December?
Yes.
You file an eviction case when? In January?
I think so, in January.
In January the 17th.
And did you pay January rent?
No, ma'am.
So even with these 2 receipts where it's $1,200 and $250, since you were in arrears at that point, $3,300, and why are you paying this if you supposedly feel like you're in the right about the AC issue?
Because he told me that the next day that he would have somebody come and do the repairs that he'd been telling me that they were coming to do.
Okay, so you go on January 11th and file for eviction,
yes.
Correct? All right, according to your complaint, before we were given a court date, he went into my apartment while I was at work. Tell me about that.
He's been in my place on many occasions. He just enter. He doesn't contact me and tell me prior that he's going in, nothing the above. On the first occasion while I was at work, he had went in my place, and I come back home and some of my money is missing. I go to my neighbors and ask them what was going on. They told me my landlord had been in my house with 2 other individuals that I didn't know. I immediately called the police to report it.
Do you have a police report?
Yes, I did.
May I see it? He files the eviction January 11th, and I see you calling the police after the eviction's been filed. I don't see you calling the police to complain about anything before the eviction's been filed. Now, you admit that you were inside of the place in January, correct?
No, I do not admit that. After we came back and I started eviction proceedings, I started preparing to get another tenant. So I did some publicity. And I explained to my tenants, I'm doing an eviction, so I cannot show you from inside, but I will show you from outside. So this is what I did several times. Then after we started the proceedings, she sent me an email saying, I'm actually going to leave the property. I have the email
I
there.
saw that.
Right.
And that's in January.
Right. And then...
And then her boyfriend was going to stay, who she wasn't getting along with.
Yes. And then we were going, and we looked through the window, and I saw that all the furniture was packed up, and the sofa set was up like this. Then we came a few days later, everything was gone. What was left looked like trash.
What was the, do you have pictures of that?
Yes,
Let me see 'em.
garbage. Here's what happened. After that, after we saw all that gone, I actually sent her an email saying I'm entering the property.
This was on what date?
On the 1st of February.
Okay.
That I'm entering the property according to the terms of the lease, which allows me to enter the property. On point 12 of the lease, it says that the landlord can enter any time to protect and preserve the property.
And you had realized that the electricity was turned off?
No, here's what we did then. To avoid all this that we're facing right now, I actually went to OUC, the utility company, to confirm if the utilities had been turned off. They had been turned off. So
were your utilities turned off?
For 2 weeks, I have OUC, and he did not go on the day
Why were your
he said
utilities
he
turned off?
I turned them off so the tenant who were locking me out and we was going through some issues, he
boyfriend?
would not leave. So the utilities was in my name. They were only off 2 weeks. I have a document from OUC saying that
Okay,
Mr.
tell me about these
Cansaro-
pictures, though, that pretty much look like whoever was living there was no longer living there.
That is not true. He had removed half of my items at that
Okay,
time.
but I'm seeing completely empty rooms.
That's how I was wiped out. Everything was gone.
I'm sorry,
Everything
are you
was
saying
wiped out.
he stole your furniture? Your landlord stole your
I'm
furniture?
saying my furniture and everything else that I belonged to me were in the dumpster in front of my house.
Are you saying he put it there or your boyfriend put it there?
The police report showed that the man, he brought 2 people with him and himself removed my properties.
Okay, what
my
property
boyfriend
do you
had
say
already
was
moved
put in
out.
the
My
dumpster?
ex-boyfriend had already
What
moved
property do you say was put in the dumpster?
Okay, so here's my question. On balance, who is more abusive, landlords or tenants?
Landlords sometimes.
Why do you say?
I'm living in the same place for so many years, and I'm asking for to change the carpet or paint my apartment. They never do it, and I've been there for 42 years.
42 years? They haven't changed it in 42 years?
No, I have.
Get out.
I have to do myself. So I changed the carpet myself with my own money. They don't say anything.
What a creep.
Yes.
There you go.
Well, maybe because I'm and a rent control in Santa Monica, that's why.
Oh, so you get a really good deal.
Maybe.
Yeah, Santa Monica has really good deals for tenants, so maybe your landlord's just pissed off at you.
Maybe.
Exactly. You see, I solved that whole thing. There you go. By the way, what are you paying, real quick? For 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, what?
2 bedrooms.
How much you paying? Roughly.
Not even $1,000.
Not even $1,000?
No.
Oh boy, she has got a deal going inside the courtroom.
My living room chair. My
living room chair?
Yes, my dining set, my 3-chair dining set, a living room table.
Did you
I seen a mattress.
put all these things in a dumpster?
We supplied her with a sofa set, with a fridge, with some furniture. The property was given to her painted, freshly painted, carpet shampooed.
Do you have pictures of the property before you gave it to her?
Yes, the first color photo is of the...
This one?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. And if you look at how the furniture looks when it was given and how it looks when we went into the property, She had trashed the place. Her boyfriend told me she was buying $20 bottles of wine and partying. If you look at the carpet, it's full of wine stains all over the place. She wouldn't pay the rent, but she's buying $20 bottles of wine. We don't buy $20 bottles of wine. We go to Walmart and buy one for $2.97.
Oh my goodness!
And she's not paying the rent. If you look at the lease, on the lease it states that we supplied all these items. She's claiming I stole my own items.
Okay. No. All right. Can you explain to me? Okay. Let's see if we got the chronology straight. Now, we're talking about February.
Yes.
I see an email where you send him saying, I am totally living there. Because at this point, Marcus is moving out, right? Once Marcus moves out, you decide, I want back in. But you don't pay any of the rent. And then the case delays, and it takes all the way to April.
Yes.
And you win the eviction. But between February, when you walk in, and these pictures, according to you, are taken in February. I want to know what had been there between February and then. Did she move stuff back in to live there once Marcus left? She's nodding. That's okay.
Nothing
That's
there.
it. That was a missing puzzle. That just was a missing piece. So you move out. You leave in an effort for Marcus to get out. Marcus finally leaves, and then you bring your stuff back in.
Yes.
That's why you see that there's no stuff there and walk in there. Whether he walked in, didn't walk in, apparently your claims of theft and trespass and everything else were most unimpressive to your eviction judge because they didn't make a whit of a difference, and you were evicted. What are you suing for? Because if you were suing for the value of your furniture, I would understand your lawsuit. What you're suing for is 1 month's rent when you're the person who doesn't pay rent. Times 3, because you have some idea that there is a law that says that you can sue for treble damages.
Yes, ma'am. He removed my property on February the 11th, 2013. I got evicted it got guaranteed without being dismissed.
But you say he removed apparently the Taj Mahal, and you say you removed junk that she left behind that it was yours, not even hers.
Which she had trashed. We gave it to her in good condition. You can see the photos there.
My detective said he had
If you look at the photo,
stick a fork in me. I am so done. I'm done. Okay? No, I am not going to order your landlord to pay you $3,000. By the way, she never ended up paying any rent, right?
No.
After other than what we've talked about. So you're still in the hole for. This is too funny. Hold on. How much rent are you out?
I think it's about $5,000, something like that.
But you want him to pay you $3,000. Okay. No.
Hold on, guys. Knows a legal term for the defendant has won this case. Step on in here. What's your reaction to how this has worked out?
Well, I'm unhappy about it. She took the case and when I got evicted rather than when he entered my property and really removed all my belongings. So the whole story was not seen or told. So, but it's okay.
Did you try to work the system and live rent-free there?
No, I did not.
For 7 out of those 9 months?
No, I did not. But if you file an eviction, you have to wait till it's processed before you go in and remove their property. That's in any state.
Yeah, the AC was broken, so you weren't paying the rent, right?
The AC and other items that he knew about that he told me that were going to be repaired. So I thought that, okay, I'm going to wait on him
So where are you living now?
I'm living downtown Orlando.
Is it better?
Yes.
You got a good setup? Okay.
Yes, I do.
All right, head right down there. All right, so come on in here, if you would, and tell us what you think about the outcome here. Come on in. Yeah. Satisfied how this comes out?
I'm very satisfied. I think the judge saw through that woman's lies. And basically, she was trying to make mockery of the justice system. That is a tenant from hell.
What about the $5,000 that you're still owed? What do you do about that?
If I have to put up with her, I'd rather not have the money.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck with
Thank you.
The 3-week-old is 1 for 1 in the court system.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Harvey?
Here's the bottom line. Tenants generally have way more protection than landlords. This is really hard in many cities to get a tenant evicted. You have to wait a long time if you're a landlord and sometimes without getting a penny in rent.